Now I know what you're thinking. I'm a bit early for naked gardening day, aren't I? But you'll see why in a minute. I've got to deep cleanse myself. Good morning, and we're back on the plots. I'm falling over all sorts of stuff in the cheeky hut. So yeah, more spuds today. Definitely. The clocks went forward last night, I think, didn't they? Yeah, it's a bit later than it was yesterday. About 9 o'clock now. But we're down. We're going to get some more potatoes in the buckets. We're going to be doing the second earlies as well as the first earlies, and then hopefully we're going to get the mains in as well, into the big bed up at the top, and that'll be us. Plenty of potatoes again this year. We're going to be doing. There's Ken behind. Watch him. There he is. There he goes. Right. See you in a bit. So the big buckets there, they're going to be for the second earlies, which are kestrel. You see them in there, kestrel, chitting along nicely, getting roots coming out from where the chits are coming. That is a mixture of 50-50 bone meal from Westland and the Vitax blood, fish and bone, and it's 50-50. And I've tipped it into there and I've done it bucket to bucket, bucket to bucket 5 times, so it's well mixed, and we're going to get a cup of each of those into the buckets along with the starting compost, which is that stuff over there, the grow show. I got that from B&M Bargains. If there's a B&M Bargains near you, go there, because it's 3 for a tenner. Now you only get 50 litres, so it's 150 litres for £10, but at least you can get it. So these big black buckets with the handles on, the trommel buckets, and the 30 litre. Yeah. Heavy duty pot with handles, 30 litre, £2.99, or they were from Paul Green when I got them last year. So in those ones we're going to get 3 new potatoes, second early potatoes, the kestrel. I'm going to put 3 in there and see what we get from them. So let's get cracking. Let's crack on. So because these are 30 litre pots, I've put 2 cupfuls in of our mix of bone meal and fish blood and bone into them, and then all you do then is you give them a good swish round. So I'm going to give that a really good mix in all the way, so it all gets filtered through and covers the entirety. That's about 2/5 full, that 30 litre bucket. So it's what, going to be about 13 litres? No, more than that, isn't it? Probably about, about 13 litres-ish. Okay. But I'm going to do that with all of them, and then we'll go to the next phase. Alright, it's all mixed in now. Sorry about the wind. It's the beans, that. So our next step is to put the potatoes in, and we want them to be about 3 inches from the bottom of each bucket. So let's get that on. I'll show you that. So I've decided that it's probably going to be a bit crowded in the 30 litre buckets if I put 3 in, but I think 2 should be fine and dandy. And I'm facing the chits up, as you can see there, and I'm trying to angle them so when the stems do come out, that they're not going to interfere with each other too much. I'll turn that one around a little bit like that, because they'll come out from there and they'll come up seeking the light out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to cover them up now. So all the nutrition is in the bottom 2/5 of the bucket, and then just your standard, although it has got feed in it, that Westlands Grow Show stuff, that's just going to go over the top, and then the potatoes should come either on a parallel with the seed potato or above the seed potato. So the roots need the nutrition below. You don't get potatoes really below the level where the roots are going, where the potato is, the seed potato is. They'll all come up above. So we're going to fill all that up with the compost now. give them a good drink. Right, so they're all in. 2 to a bucket. I'll put them where the handles are, a couple of inches in from each side where the handles are, and then hopefully jobs are good. And all we need to do now is label them. 2 times Kestrel, 29th of the 3rd, 20. So we'll put that in with his mates over here. See, these have already got them in. Pop it in the middle there, at the back, out the way. Jobs are good. Right, and then they get a good water in then, so I've already got the watering cans there ready to go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you do it again, that, because there's twice as much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8. We'll put a bit more water in there. Now there's an Ulster Prince that we planted a few weeks ago. When was it? I think the 15th. No, the 7th. 7th of the 3rd, that's 3 weeks ago that we planted that one in. And as you can see, it's just coming through now there. So all of these are starting to burst through now. Over the next week you'll get the foliage coming up, hopefully, if it doesn't get too cold. But I'm going to leave it like that for the time being, because there could be frosts, and I'm hoping that these black sides of the buckets will give them a bit of protection from the wind-blown frost. That's the theory. So yeah, so if they come through too early and the frost gets to them, it burns them. And we were alright last year because we did get a bit of burn on them and they came back through afterwards, but we don't want to chance it too much, that, if we can get away with it. We've got more buckets over there. The beauty about the buckets is, of course, you can move them about. So although they're on the path there, I'll be finding them a more permanent home when I clear all this stuff out from the sides, and they're probably going to be sat there then. They're going to get decent sun all the way through. The sun rises over there, behind that house, over there, at this time of year, and it goes up and over in a shallow arc and drops behind the trees there. So it's about 10 o'clock in the morning now. Midday point's about there, above mixed flag. That's the midday point, and it gets to about there. So they're going to get sun all day. Okie doke. Right, I'm going to wash my hands thoroughly and get me rubber gloves on, because we have a rat problem. If you look in there, big brown rat came running out from there. They're underneath there. We'll have to get some bait. I'll have to get some bait off Ken. And he comes up and he goes in there. The big brown rat he is, massive, big as a cat. So yeah, I don't want leptospirosis, do I? So I'm gonna have to sort that out. I'm gonna have to empty that with the gloves on, get me disinfectant on the go. I'm gonna clear all this out, and you little bugger, you little sod. Right, let's get rid of him. The kettle's boiling. See how the battery power drops though when that's on. Drops by about 3 volts. Should be enough to get a boil out of it. I've only put 2 cups worth in, and I'm going to be using my wash station. Exhibit A. Got to put that inside actually. Stop the wind blowing it all over. get your hands washed. Now I don't look like I'm getting obsessed or anything, but as you can see they're nice and clean hands. So I'm spraying inside the little bowl as well, and I'm going to spray that too. Spray the handle of that and give it a wipe round, so it's all sterilised basically. And then I'm going to get these on, put some of that hand gel on my hands, and then I'm going to put them on, which are quite thick rubber gloves, as you can see there. It does say for minimal risk only, but they can be sprayed off afterwards and wiped down as well. So yeah, let's get that rat sorted out, the little son of a bitch. Right, so that shed is Rat City, and I'm the mayor. I've scrubbed and washed again after, but I've only managed to half clear it out. There's a lot of bags of crap I've got to get out of there and bag off and get down to the tip, but the tip's shut, which is brilliant, isn't it? Absolutely fantastic news, that, isn't it? So that's a problem, that's an issue that we're going to have to deal with. I'm going to get some more compost into the buckets and get the spuds cracking on, and that'll free me up. I'll have some bags then to put the old netting and stuff like that. I've lost a full roll of netting there because it's absolutely covered in rat droppings and pee. So I'm doing a bit at a time, holding my breath, and then going in, doing it with the gloves on, the big thick rubber gloves on. And I've just got to be careful with that because you can get leptospirosis, which is a blood disease from rats. But there's nothing else I can do. I've got to get it done. I've got to get it cleared out. I'm going to have a really good shower when I get in as well. Scrubbing down, having a good shower. I'm not touching my face, purposefully not touching my face while I'm taking that stuff out of there. I won't show you. It's a disgrace. But on the flip side of that, I found a load of vermiculite and perlite that I never knew I had, and I've got some more bloodfish and bone meal and chicken manure and paint for the tiki hut. So if I survive this event, then I'm laughing. I've just got a load of crap I can't get rid of though. I've got a load of rubbish and stuff that I can't get. We can't take it to the tip because the tips are shut. You know, I will not fly tip ever in my life because it's a disgusting habit. But it's what you do with it in the meantime, isn't it? When you've not got anywhere to store it and get rid of it. It's a tough one. Anyway, let's get some more potatoes in. Alright. I ought to get shares in this Tesco's anti-bac. Spray them, a good spray in both sides of that. I'll leave it for a bit and then wipe it off with that. Should get shares in kitchen roll as well. You've got to be safe, you've got to keep yourself clean. Right, let's get some Ulster prints in. These are the Ulster prints. Let's get them in. Into the tall 14-inch deep Asda cut flower buckets. Crack on. So we'll just check that they've got holes in. Those are the holes. These ones don't have holes in. Woo! So if you missed the last one, I'll show you how to put the holes in. So you need one of those, which is a cordless drill driver with a squirrel sat on it. The squirrel is optional. So I'm stacking the three on top of each other, and you basically just do that. Easier with two hands. Let the drill do it. 4 and then 4 intermittent, which I'll show you right now. Alright, bear with us. And that's an 8mm metal drill bit, and it creates those holes there. Alright, that's your drainage for your buckets. That's all that is. Yeah, so a cupful, well, a big double handful of the compost goes in the bottom, so about a quarter way up, and then a cupful of our bone meal and bloodfish and bone mix. As you can see, a small mug of each. Now I'm going to do 12 of the Ulster prints. Of the tall buckets, I've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm sure I can rustle up another for a 12, but I've got 6 there anyway, and those are the 14-inch ones. 11 across the beam, 14 inches deep. These ones are 10 across the beam and 10 inches deep. These ones, the standard ones, and they're just a bit bigger by the 4-inch and the extra one. So yeah, let's get them in. I'm going to put one in each of these. So one of those Ulster princes, he'll be having his own little kingdom, all to himself. There you go. You're growing spuds, that's all you need to do. 2 or 3 inches from the bottom, you put him in. There's the prince in his little castle. Nice and warm in there. Mixed it all up, obviously, the bloodfish and bone and the bone meal. These haven't been mixed yet, but I'm going to do that now. And it's going to be exactly the same. We're going to top it off with more compost and leave them to it. Give them a good drink. 6 young princes in their own little kingdoms. So they're, by volume, about halfway full. And obviously I've labelled them up there. Ulster P for Ulster Prince. 29th of the 3rd, 20. Now if you're an American, it'll be 3/29/20, won't it? It's the 3rd month, 29th day of the year 20. But the correct English manner is the 29th day of the 3rd month, 2020. For you colonials. Alright. Now, as Monty Don says, we give them a nice little drink. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. As we move along. And so when they burst through in about 3 weeks, we'll let them get a couple of inches, 2 or 3 inches up, and then we'll top them up with further compost. Don't need to put any more nutrition in them. Spuds will happen. What a horrible, horrible job that was, and is. There's still more to do, obviously, in the... They must have been having a bloody jamboree, a bloody camping trip in here. Christ, it's like Rat Central. Didn't see any rats, but there's plenty of droppings, and they've obviously been making nests galore in here. But that's wet, it's probably all a pee. So I'm going to get myself back to the ranch now, put the clothes in a boil wash, put myself under a really hot shower, get another good scrub down. I have cleaned my hands and everything, but I don't want to take any chances with this. Dirty, filthy beasts. Right, dirty, filthy beasts. Rats. Same as pigeons. No good. The devil's rodents, rats. So I'm sorry, Mr. Rat, you're going to have to be dealt with. He's going to have to be dealt with him. So my shade netting, still not totally completed, but there we go. Yeah, he's going to have to be dealt with, that rat. Can't stand a rat. A dirty rat. Dirty rat. Yeah, so he's going to have to be killed off, unfortunately, Mr. Rat and his compadres. Not having them down here. I know you can't eliminate rats altogether, but as long as they stick to the natural habitats, I'm not bothered. But I'm going to have to sort something out with that shed, because they're actually going under that shed. So I'm going to have to probably bait it with the rat poison. But I'll get it underneath. I know there's no... Around there, there's no hedgehogs and stuff like that. You're just talking rats and other vermin up there. There's a big fat brown rat up at the top there that's perished. I think Teddy poisoned it. Good on you, Teddy. Bring some down here. So yeah, sorry about that. Don't usually have any sort of ill will towards vermin, but that was an absolute disgrace. That stank to high heaven. Cleanliness is next to godliness, and rats just pee and poo everywhere. They're double incontinent, aren't they, rats? So they're no good to man the beast, really. So yeah. Anyway, I'll show you the potato buckets, because I killed 2 birds with 1 stone, and I always try and make make lemonade out of lemons. I'm a thick yes, and I make lemonade out of lemons. We've filled up quite a few buckets with the compost, and I've used the bags to cart all the crap away, to get rid of all the crap that was in there. So I'll show you our buckets. So yeah, we've got 12 Ulster Princes there. Now there's different tags on them, and there's a reason for the different tags, because these are with clover compost and chicken manure in as well. Because the clover doesn't have any nutrition in it at all, I've put some chicken manure in, just a basic cup hand in there, as well as the fish blood and bone meal. Ulster Prince, these were the original ones that we did with just the fish blood and bone meal in them, because the Grow Show stuff, that's got some feed in it already has feed in it. These are the ones that we started about 4 weeks ago, and these are not doing anything. In fact, they started them about 6 weeks ago, actually, I think, something like that. Quite a while ago, probably more than that. Not like me not to put a date on. It's unusual. About 7 or 8 weeks ago, something like that it was. It was a long time ago. I think it was right at the end of, or the beginning of February, something like that. Excuse me. Grunting and snutching. So there's the kestrel. Remember, we put 2 in of each of the kestrel, which are a second early. Take about 16 to 18 weeks, something like that, and they'll be ready. Probably about 16 weeks actually, tops. These earlies, they can be between 9 and 12 weeks. So we've got the home guard there. We've also got the red Dukes of York. We've got red Dukes of York in there. And again, because we're using the clover compost, I've added a little bit of nitrogen in the form of organic chicken pellets, chicken manure pellets. So we're doing all right for spuds, aren't we? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Another 12 there, there's 24. 6, 30. Another 6 there. 36 in the cut flower buckets. And there's another 6 in those 2 per bucket. So we've got 42 spuds in the buckets. Now, if you remember from the other night, I was putting potatoes in there, and in the first row of 3, each to a foot, Dave from Blue Star Dave, he said you should be doing them in long rows, and he's right. I should be doing them in long rows, but because we're doing a mixed bag of potatoes in here, and I want to know for sure what we've got, I'm doing them that way, just because I can, because I'm a weirdo. So there's 3, and then if you remember the 6 in there, we planted 2, 2, 2, and then up the top was 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, standard way people do it. The twin couples together that are in there is a bit of an experiment. Apparently it's the old-fashioned way that farmers used to do them back in the day. They plant 2 together. It maximises your land, apparently. You don't get as big a potato out of them, but you get more plentiful potatoes. And those were the Desiree or whatever they're called. They're main croppers, so this is going to be the main crop in bed. So I'm going to have those up there at the top, and then I'm going to have the King Edwards, and then we're going to have Sarpo Mira in here. So yeah, Desiree, King Edwards and Sarpo Mira in there. We're going to be getting some in the ground across there as well, on the lady farmer's side. There's loads to plant now, really, tons. And I just hope we get the chance with all this COVID-19. I have washed my hands, trust me, I've disinfected my hands anyway. I'm going to give them a good scrub now again. And then I'm going to get off. And clean, well, the gloves are clean, I've cleaned the gloves. But yeah, look after yourselves, keep growing with your head down. If I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. This is Guru Mafinda, hoping to God that his internet connection is up and running so we can actually do some paid work tomorrow. Alright boys and girls, take it easy. See you later. That dirty rat Fanuc, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill him. Again with the cleaning. Oy vey, he's very hygienic. Now listen to me, rat. You know what happened to the last dirty rat that crossed me? That's gonna be you, rat. That's gonna be you. So yeah, that's a lot better. Rats are bad news, dirty rats. So hence the boil wash I've just given myself. My clothes are in the washing machine as well, getting a good wash. So yeah, you've got to keep yourself clean, hygienic, disinfected, and watch out. Watch out for those dirty rats. I will get you, rat.